Deficiency.
What's up, everybody? This is Wade with Efficiency. Just wanted to talk about a couple things really quick. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the current healthcare trend as far as being a big business, stimulating the economy. That's fine, but there's a lot of people out here, I might offend by saying this, but there's a lot of people that are deceived, maybe even just plain ignorant on the fact of, especially in the world of supplements, in the world of fad diets, there's a lot of things going around, but that's the thing we don't always realize. There's systems out there, there's products, without ragging on anything specific, but anytime there's a company that says, oh, just take our product every single day for the next 6 months, renew your subscription, your prescription, all of that, there's going to be kind of a red flag in my mind. If there's a lot of people out there looking to lose weight these days and they think that a pill's going to do that, they're severely misled. And I can't blame the person, the individual that's being misled. They're doing the best with the knowledge that they have and the knowledge that they've been given. So this audio is hopefully going to inspire you to do some research on your own. So I've got an undergraduate degree in exercise science. I've a couple classes away from my master's degree in health and human performance. So on the athletic side, diet and nutrition is super important for performance. And the science behind it is a science. There's a process where if 100 people did one thing, there's going to be results for that one thing. If it's 100% out of 100%, that's probably going to be biased for sure. But, if somebody says, hey guys, take this diet, it's, proven effective 2% of the time. Well, that 2%, that means 98% of the time it doesn't work. So there's no such thing as a perfect number, but I like to go with the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle of 20% of the success comes from 80% of the people, or the reverse of that, 80% of the success comes from 20% of the people, or the effort, whatever that looks like. So I don't know the exact statistics, but this is where I want to encourage you to do research. Find out on your own what works, what doesn't work, what's true for you might not be true for somebody else, but in the end, a true scientific method, a proven mathematical formula, that's the thing. If it's proven to work, it's going to work. So getting into the science, the exercise science between diet and weight loss, it's not going to be a pill. It's not going to be one specific thing that's going to make you lose 30 pounds overnight. There's a diet fad. I was in high school. Our health teacher was telling us, hey, there's a lot of people that want to lose weight. Nobody really says how safe some diets are. He said, you could lose 8 pounds in a matter of minutes. All you got to do is cut your own head off. And that's the thing. There's so many people that go out there blindly. Like I use that story as a joke, but it's also true. Some of the things we're putting into our bodies hasn't been tested. Some of the things we're putting in our bodies, it's more selling hopes and dreams. If I'm talking about certain supplements, whether it's the new, latest, greatest multi-level marketing, hey, take this pill, take this energy drink, and also take this package. It's all an upsell. If you guys are buying into that, again, I'm not saying that these products are necessarily bad or evil. I just want to encourage you to do your due diligence and research and make sure it is going to be right for you. But I'll tell you one thing, the Beachbody program is not going to get you to lose weight unless you actually do it. The ketogenic diet's not going to get you to lose weight unless you actually do it. So the science behind all of that, guys, is really this big concept, and it's old. That's the thing. If you look through history, the things that are old and work and that are still working, why would we reinvent the wheel? I always hated that analogy, but as far as that, if that if you have to eat right and exercise to lose weight, and that's the way to do it, how many people are misled to think, well, what if I just go get a tummy tuck? What if I go get a gastric bypass surgery? The underlying cause is still there. Now, without getting too deep into the science of Setpoint theory, I'll briefly talk about Setpoint theory. Setpoint theory is pretty much your body gets comfortable or efficient at a specific weight. So your metabolism, it gets comfortable. Your body processes, digestion, eating habits, it gets comfortable. You get into a routine. And sometimes that's healthy and sometimes it's not healthy. For me, I can fluctuate weight within about 5 to 10 pounds, depending on the time of the year, depending on my activity level. But my body's found a consistent range where in the last 5 years, I've weighed between those 5 and 10 pound differences. Some people's set point theory, it fluctuates. Your body's more comfortable, 20, 25 pound range. Maybe it's a 5 to 2 pound range, but your body gets comfortable with this set point. So once your body gets comfortable to be at one level, it's going to stay there. The only thing that's going to change that is if something changes. As simple as that sounds, not a lot of people understand that concept or are willing to believe that. They'd rather spend money and get the quick fix and then still have the problems down the road rather than actually make a change, actually put in effort and make a lifelong impact on themselves to become healthier. So as far as set point theory, that change, it's a simple concept. Again, if you're looking to change your weight, if you're looking to change your physical appearance, it's not just going to change overnight. You can wish, you can hope, you can pray, but the science says unless something changes, unless there's a caloric deficiency, that means you're burning more calories, you're taking in less calories and exercising more and burning off calories. Unless you're burning more than you're taking in, you're going to gain weight. If you're burning the same amount of calories that you're taking in, you're going to maintain weight. That's science. That's a very simple principle. I'll use the analogy of a bank account. If we're taking money out of a bank account all the time, eventually the bank account's going to be zero. If we're adding money into the bank account all the time, it's going to grow. The same thing with our body. If we're taking away food, now I'm not saying to do anything crazy. I'm not going to advise to starve yourself. Again, speaking of fads, intermittent fasting. Fasting's been around since probably the latest historical data ever. Let's go with the Bible. The Bible talks about fasting. So this isn't a new concept. Is intermittent fasting right for you? I don't know. Everybody's body's a little bit different. Everybody's personal preferences and the way that their mind works is different. Some people enjoy running marathons. Some people enjoy that struggle. Other people want it a little bit easier, but what's easy for somebody might not be as easy for somebody else. So finding what your body likes and works best with, again, talking about efficiency, but the science behind it stays the same. If you're taking away more money than you're putting into your bank account, it's going to change directions. The same's true if you're adding more money than taking out. That's the same concept with our body, guys. So, everybody looks at the food pyramid and says, oh yeah, 2,000 calorie diet. Well, this is where we can get into some specifics, and I'll get some information up on my website, efficiencybook.com, as far as, what does a diet plan look for me, for my body type. Now, there's several different body types out there, but that's the thing. All these multi-level marketing, network marketing events, fad diets, do they really talk about that? Do they really talk about, your specific body type and how you respond to stress, how your body responds and gets energy from food? So that's a whole nother concept, again, scientifically based, where there's a lot of information out there. It can be very overwhelming. That's why I always say go back to the basics. Find what works, find what's been around for a long time and that hasn't been proved wrong yet. So if that's one of those concepts I can get out to you, is just research, guys. Don't jump into the quick and easy. The quick and easy, again, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That saying's been around for a long time as well. So as far as the set point theory, to change it, you have to change something in your routine. You've got to change your exercise program. Everybody says, obesity is getting worse and worse. Well, how much more are people sitting on their asses these days? How many times do you see people, hey, I'd rather just sit on Facebook rather than go outside and, play catch? Something crazy, guys. It's a weird concept. Growing up, I played sports growing up. In college, played sports. After college, I stopped. As soon as I stopped playing sports, as soon as the 2-a-day workouts stopped, people will try to say that, oh yeah, your metabolism slows down because you get older. No, the concept, the structure of the economy forces us to slow down. We're trained from an early age to sit in a seat, raise your hand when you want to go to the bathroom, do as you're told, do your homework. That's all preparing us for something bigger. That's preparing us to pay our taxes without getting into too much of the economic side. But traditional school is teaching us to be good students, to move forward and be a good employee. So we go to work, so we show up on time, so we sit in a cubicle for hours on end. If you guys check out Kelly Starrett, he's kind of a CrossFit guy, but I like him. So one of his concepts is sitting is the new smoking. Everybody, 10, 15 years ago said smoking's killing all these Americans, leading to all these health problems. Well, a lot of people are changing to a different habit. There's always habits. I feel like we can replace our habits, trade out good habits for bad habits, trade out bad habits for good habits. But one of those habits is, instead of smoking, people are sitting more. Again, going back to the Facebook social media age of, again, sitting on our asses and just relaxing probably more than we should. Our bodies, if you look back in history, we were meant to move around. We were meant to do physical activity. If you guys have seen, oh man, I'm drawing a blank on that movie, but I want to say it's WALL-E, the animated, probably Disney, Pixar, whatever movie. It shows the future of, people were living in spaceships, were hovering around in basically floating wheelchairs. If you want something, you just press a button and it gets delivered to you. Now, I'm one of the first people to say that I think technology and automation is the future. I think it's absolutely going to take over. I think it should be used to make our lives easier. 100 years ago, we had to plow, maybe 200 years ago, I'm not good with all those historical timelines, but we had to plow fields by hand. We weren't out there using all these fancy machines, back with, carts and buggies. Nowadays, we've got robots, we've got these computerized self-driving combines. There's things out there that plant seeds without anybody lifting a finger. You can do it all from your phone and control basically a remote controlled tractor out there. So those things have definitely impacted lives to be more efficient. But my point for efficiency is we need to become efficient so we can help mankind. Helping mankind doesn't mean making things so we can be lazy. We still have to put in the effort. And so going back to the diet, we might be able to have order online, have your food delivered to your door, never have to touch a stove again. That's fine. But what are we using that extra efficiency for? What are we using that extra time for? So if we're talking about efficiency improving lives, well, if we never have to get up off the couch, is that really more efficient? If our health decreases and we're sitting, basically beached whale status in a floating wheelchair, going back to that movie reference, that's not, helping society. That's an illusion. It's an illusion that, life's easier, guys. We just press this button and all of our dreams come true. But that's really not how it works. We actually have to put in the effort. We've got to do the proven scientific method. And again, going back to how we were created, we're social creatures. We need some social aspects in our life. We need some areas where, we're getting out and moving. We need people around us. We need to be active. That's how our bodies were designed. So to go off of that, our diet's no different. It takes accountability. It takes, basically, if we're a tribe in Africa, everybody eats the same thing because they're a community. They all live together. Society, again, not saying it's a bad thing. We become more and more separate. I can talk to all my friends with a video chat now. We can go with FaceTime or whatever. and not actually have to go see somebody. So when we're living in close proximity, we're more easily influenced by the people and surroundings around us. So again, efficiencybook.com, I talk about these concepts, the 7 dimensions of wellness, to be a truly healthy person. You know, it's about conquering all of those aspects. There's more than just eating right. There's more than just exercising. You've got to get your mind right. You've got to get your body right. You've got to get your soul right. So we can talk more about those concepts at efficiencybook.com. But the big thing I want to get through to you guys is just do your due diligence, research. Don't just believe me. I hope you test me and find a way to prove me wrong, because again, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to have all the answers, but I hope that I can inspire you to start finding the answers and find the truth that's best for your life, so your quality of life goes up, so those people around you, their quality of life goes up. So if you guys want some more information on Setpoint theory, what a good diet plan looks like, go to efficiencybook.com. This is Wade for Efficiency. Have a great day.
Efficiency.